Hello, you guys, and welcome back to Hot Girls Eat Carbs. I'm your host, Brittany McChrystal, and this is your safe space of the internet where we chat all things health, wellness, and sustainable weight loss. I am so glad you're here, whether you are out on your morning hot girl walk, you are finally tackling that absolute mountain of laundry in your apartment, aka that is what I just did before, or you are just in full reset mode. I am so happy that we can have this time to chat together. So we are officially in 2026, and can we just talk about the vibe? The energy this year is so different. I know I spoke about it in my last episode, but we are collectively moving away from that hustle until you literally can't see straight lifestyle, and we aren't doing the burnout thing anymore. It's just so outdated. So this episode is all about how to become your most productive self in a way that actually feels good this year. And I mean that, not in a wake up at 4 a.m., drink green juice, and run a marathon before work type of way. If that is you, girl, then I totally love that for you. But for the rest of us, we need something real, practical, and sustainable. And we are talking about the structure and the systems that actually help you to follow through on promises that you make to yourself. And I'm being so transparent with you guys today because this is exactly what I'm doing this year to finally launch my new business. I have been talking about this for years, and I realized that to make my big dreams feel real, I had to stop wishing and start building. And this is something I have honestly wanted to do since I moved to Thailand, but it always felt out of reach because I had this idea sitting in the back of my mind, but I kept telling myself it would be too hard to pull it off. Starting a business when you're living overseas, especially when it involves shipping and things to rely on like logistics. I just didn't really trust the systems out there. Thailand Post also stressed me out. So I didn't know how I was going to manage suppliers or inventory. I just felt like it was way too complicated, so I shelved it, but it was always in the back of my mind. But now that I am back in Australia, I finally feel like I can do the things that I've been putting off. And what better time than to start off a new year? So yes, I am letting you in on the tea early. I'm launching a brand new business in 2026. I'm holding myself accountable. I want you guys to hold me accountable too. I'm not ready to share exactly what it is yet because it's still very, very, very early, but it's just something I'd personally use all the time. It's something my friends would also love too. And I think that you girls will be obsessed with it as well. And what's funny through that is even now with everything lined up, I still find myself in this creativity block. And you know that feeling when you just want to do the thing, but you keep procrastinating and making excuses? This was me. This is me. So I had this moment where I was like, no more waiting, no more putting it off. This is your time. Start now, build momentum, and just begin. And that is what I really want this episode to be all about. Because I'm not overhauling my entire life in one go. I'm just rebuilding my systems and creating structure to help me get my shit done. So if you've got big dreams for 2026, but you feel like you haven't moved yet, this one is for you because we are diving into all things productivity, how to reset, plan your day, time block, and make real progress and actually feel accomplished at the end of each day. I'm walking this journey with you and we are going to be figuring it out together. So let's go. We want to start with the clarity reality check. Before you go out and spend $50 on another aesthetic planner that you'll use for exactly 3 days, let's get one thing straight. You don't need a million new habits. You just need to know what actually matters. The biggest mistake we make is thinking productivity means busy. It's not. Being busy is just running in circles. Productivity is focused energy. I want you to really sit with this. What would a productive day actually look like for you? Not what some influencer on TikTok says it should look like, but what makes you feel accomplished when your head hits the pillow. I want you to take a second and audit where you're leaking time. We've all been there. You open your phone, check one notification, and suddenly it's 45 minutes later, you're looking at a recipe for a cake you'll never bake, and you've forgotten why you picked up the phone in the first place. That 5-minute scroll is a silent killer. This isn't about being a perfect robot though. It's about building rhythm that actually supports your life instead of making you feel like you're constantly failing a test. So here is my actual survival guide for the year. These are my non-negotiables. I want you to just listen and pick one to try this week. So don't try and reinvent your whole life, but just pick one. So first up, we are talking about time blocking with buffer zones. Now, you've probably heard of time blocking, but most people do it wrong. They schedule their day like it's a game of Tetris with zero gaps. 9 to 10, it's this. 10 to 11, it's that. But babe, you are human. If you don't have space to breathe, the first time something goes wrong, like your coffee spills or your phone call runs 5 minutes long, the whole day collapses and you just give up. My secret is the buffer zone. I set blocks for my priorities, like an hour for my new business in the morning when my brain is actually awake, and then a dedicated admin hour in the afternoon for those annoying emails. But I leave like 10 to 15 minutes of absolutely nothing between those blocks. Use that time to stare at a wall, grab a snack, or just to decompress. Those buffers are like the suspension on a car. They absorb the bumps so you don't crash. And hey, if you don't end up needing the buffer, use it to stretch or finally clear those 47 browser tabs you have open. Next is the 3-2-1 to-do list. I have officially ditched the massive 3-page to-do list. They are just a one-way ticket to a productive procrastination. You know what I mean. Where you have so much to do that you get overwhelmed and decide to reorganize your junk drawer instead of doing your actual work. I am so guilty of this. I am so bad at this. Like, I find anything else where I can be busy but not actually be productive. So I'm putting my hand out there. I'm saying this is me and I'm going to be better this year. So now every night before bed, I want you to write down your 3-2-1 list for the next day. That is 3 needle movers. These are big, scary tasks that actually get you closer to your goals. 2, maintenance tasks, the boring stuff like laundry, groceries, or cleaning the kitchen. And 1 act of self-care. This is a non-negotiable. It has to be on the list. So that is either a face mask, reading 10 pages of your book, a walk, whatever makes you feel like a human. If you get those 3 big things done, you've already won the whole day. And we have to talk about the Sunday reset ritual. You truly cannot be productive in a space that feels like a crime scene. Physical clutter is just visual noise. It's constantly pinging your brain saying, clean me, fix me, and it eats up your mental bandwidth. This is a perfect example of actually me before I sat down to work this morning. I looked at my desk and there was stuff everywhere. I tried to push through, I tried to work, and I was like, nah. So I got up, I cleaned my desk, I put everything away, and then I started it, and now I just feel so much better. But every Sunday, I spend an hour, just 1 hour, doing a total clear out. I tidied my desk, however, I did not do it yesterday, so I did it this morning. I threw away my dead flowers, RIP, and I did a digital clear. This is the 2026 essential. Empty your downloads folder, clear your desktop, and unsubscribe from those free promo emails that have been annoying you all week. Then look at your calendar. If you see Tuesday is going to be a nightmare, decide now that Monday night is for resting. It lets you start Monday from 0 rather than starting from a deficit. Make it a vibe. Put on a playlist, get your favorite beverage, and enjoy the process of setting yourself up for success. Now, I know the plan sounds great, but how do you actually do it when you're tired or distracted? I've been using a few extra hacks that have been honestly life-changing. Firstly, airplane mode. If you haven't done this before, then girl, you gotta start. When I'm in a deep work block, my phone isn't just face down, it's in a completely different room on airplane mode. If it's near you, you will pick it up. You'll tell yourself that it's just for a second, and then suddenly you're 10 minutes into a deep TikTok scroll about somebody's drama in a city that you've never been to. Out of sight, out of mind. Also, you have to try the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, like hanging up your coat, putting a dish in the dishwasher, or replying yes to an invite, do it the second you think of it. It stops those tiny micro tasks from piling up to a giant mountain of mental clutter. And honestly, stop fighting your body. Audit your energy, not just your time. If you're a morning person, do your big needle movers then. Don't try and write a business plan at 9 p.m. when you're exhausted. If you get a second wind at 4 p.m., save your boring admin for then. Work with your rhythm, not against it. The biggest thing, though, is your mindset. Stop waiting to feel ready. Motivation is a total liar. It's a feeling that shows up whenever it wants. If you wait for motivation, you will be waiting forever. Usually the motivation only kicks in after you've been working for 10 minutes. Start talking to yourself like that girl. Stop saying, I'm so bad at staying on track, or I'm so lazy. Your brain is literally eavesdropping on your thoughts. If you tell yourself you're lazy, you'll act lazy. Start saying, I am becoming the person who follows through. You're building new evidence every single day. To keep myself accountable, here's exactly what I'm going to be doing this year. The unfocused list. This is a list of things I am officially not doing. I'm not checking emails before 9 a.m., I'm not over-scrolling, and I'm not worrying about things I can't control. 2 work deep blocks, 90 minutes each. No exceptions, no phone, no music with lyrics, just focus. And a digital detox energy. I cleared my phone's home screen, only the essentials are there. If I want to open an app, I have to search for it. It makes me mindful of why I'm opening it. So, babe, I want you to listen to me. You don't need to do more. You just need to do the right things consistently. You have to stop judging yourself for not being a robot. You are a human being. Some days you'll be an absolute productivity queen, and some days you'll just eat a bagel and rot on the couch for 3 hours watching reality TV, and that is okay. The goal isn't perfection, it's just direction. And as long as you are moving toward the version of yourself that you want to be, you are winning. Set your priorities, create your rhythm, and please, for the love of carbs, let yourself feel proud of when you follow through, even on the small stuff. So that is everything that I have for you today. Now, if you did love this episode or you have been loving any of the episodes on the podcast, it would mean the world if you could like and review the show for me. It's how this podcast grows, and it's actually the only way that it gets shown out to other people that may want to hear it too. So anyway, you've got this. I am so proud of you. Let's make 2026 the year that we actually do the things that we said we will do. Oh, and before I end, guys, I would absolutely love to know what you want to hear more of on the podcast. So if there has been something that you've been wondering that you want to know more of, if you could just leave a comment on this post, that would be amazing, because then I can start planning my episodes based around what you guys want to hear too. So I will see you in the next episode. Have a wonderful week, and I will chat to you soon.